Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Enjoying the Journey, Cancer as a Lifestyle. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. As you can see, I have finished another blanket. This is quite a large one. This is going to be, of course, my year of the blanket for donation. So this is going to go to the ministry. It's quite a large one. It's about the size almost of a single bed, almost like a comforter. It is a scrappy blanket, as always. Jane from Scraptastic Yarn podcast, she got me hooked on these Scraptastic blankets. I love them. I've watched her. Well, here's Savannah. Say hello, Savannah. They love yarn, you guys. But so I love making them. This one is actually in treble. That's what I did. I did treble stitch in this one. I kind of let the blanket speak to me in terms of how big it's going to be. I don't make one type of blanket, meaning, you know, I chain on 120 or whatever. I chain on whatever. I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like this blankets that I donate to ministry are not my blankets. These are meant for someone else. And I sincerely believe that there is someone meant for just for this blanket right here. And people like different kinds of blanket. They like lap blankets. They like throw blankets. They like to have a bedspread blanket, you know. And so I just let the blanket speak to me as I'm making it about what size, how big I should make it. This one is quite large. Now all the cats are coming in the room. But so I finished it. This took me, it's quite a large blanket. And it took me most of January to finish it. And, you know what, the first week of February. So another thing I wanted to say is I know that many people do not wash their items when they donate it to different organizations. I just want to encourage all of you to do that. I wash all my stuff. I do not ever just donate. You know, people have many allergies. Well, there is Georgina now. Pretty soon we'll have all the cats on here. Good grief. But, you know, I am going to wash this one because, of course, the cats are all over it. But, you know, people have allergies and people smoke. People have pets. You know, we are touching it. We're working it, you know, and we don't want to be sending it to organizations where maybe someone may get sick off of it or have an allergy attack from it. And I know that many people say that, well, the organizations wash it themselves. Not all of them. Only the large ones that get that kind of take in a lot of donations. Majority of them are very small and they don't have that operation. And if you even look on a lot of the hospitals, they have restrictions. Many of them have restrictions on how to donate, what you can place them in. They want them to be sterile. They want them to be brand new. But anyway, I just want to encourage all of you. So let me see if I can get these girls off. Come on. Come on, guys. I'm doing a podcast. Excuse me. Oh, good grief. So anyway, let me move this aside. They think it's time for a nap, you know. But another thing I have been working on is my 12 cast on my shawl. Now this was the shawl, the yarn that Terry from Nana's Crochet Ideas. This was my, what is that called? Good Lord. For the Logmas. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of it. But anyway, it was 25 days of Christmas that she did, and I pulled them. And so I thought I'll do a shawl in just the order that I pulled them. Georgina, you got to move over, honey. This is not meant for you. Oh my goodness. So this is, right now, I love how it's coming out. This is the first 11 days. Do you see how the colors, it's just working out really nicely. I think like it's going to be a real nice subtle change in color. These are like 3 different shades of yellow in here. You really have to look up close to see the differences. Like you see the greens in here, you see the yellows, you see the orange more, and this one is just pure yellow or pure green. If you see, Georgina, if you can move your tail. But I love how this is coming out. I am really going to be enjoying this. I don't have a bright shawl like this. I have a lot of ombre, but I do not have like this multicolored one. So I'm really excited. I love how it's coming out. It is, the pattern is, what I should say, the design is, I watched a tutorial from Syrian's Crochet, Sirin. I'll have the link down in the description. And it's the Simple and Elegant shawl. It's a 2-row repeat. It is so easy, you guys. It goes wonderful. But anyway, that's my update on that. And I have so much more yarns. Let me see if I can get it. Here's the other side of it. So I think I'm thinking that I'm going to have some left over. But I am going to make an oversized one. Now, I have one more thing that I finished. And that's the scrubby. I know, big deal, right? I did also finish the Swifter cover, but my son came. He took the pile of washcloths and the Swifter cover and left. So as I have told you many times before, these things go fast in our household. So this next stack that I'm going to be making is actually going to be for my daughter. Now, you know, these scrubbies that I make, I just make a long rectangle and I double it over so it's nice and thick. It's real easy. I like them that way. I like the way, you know, that's the size I like to do dishes in. So I did finish that. Now, on to my pride and joy, my Mandela that I am loving so much, you guys. I cannot wait to make one for myself. This one I am making for my niece. Here it is. I believe this is, yeah, I am on part 5, and it is row 40, I believe. Can you see all the different rows in here? This is row 40, I think, 39 or 40. Yeah, I am just basically pulling out yarn, and you will not believe this because I was telling Terry, I have been using my scrap yarns. And by scrap yarns, I mean any yarn that is, you know, doesn't have a label or tag, and it could be 3/4 full, it could be only, you know, half full, but that's what I'm using. And I don't know, look how pretty it's coming out. I can't wait to do my own. I do want to do the Sophie's Universe as well, but this is for my niece. It's coming out really nicely, and I'm so enjoying it. I am so enjoying it. Like, these are supposed to be the suns and yellow, but I decided to use puzzle yarn that I had left over. And I don't know if you can even tell, but it is puzzle yarn, see? So yeah. Oh, so I'm really, really excited. I'm just loving how it's coming out. I really, really love it. Now, let me just show you really quickly. Under my table, I have these two, my goodness, I can't talk, my baskets that I crocheted. And you know what, last year I was participating in the Scorched Earth from Dana's Wonderlust Crochet, and I ended up separating it into 2 piles. I did the FIFO method, which is first in, first out. So that's what I'm using, first in yarn, first out. And I kind of separated them into 2 piles because I have a lot of yarn that has no labels, no tags. I have no idea what it is. And then I have the ones that are, you know, so I tried to do these first. So this is what I mean. You see, they're just a bunch of scraps. We're not completely full skeins. And what I do is I'll just reach in and pull out and work out of there. And then that's how this is coming out. That's it, guys. There is no order, no nothing. I love to see how these colors blend in with one another. And I'm really loving the Mandela. And I want to make one for myself so bad, and I hope it comes out this well. Now, I did make one for my mom in pastel colors, and I just didn't think that it came out as vibrant looking as all of this. So another thing I have been working on are all the granny squares. Do you guys remember my granny square drive? And I made all these blankets, and then I had a couple of them that were left over that were different sizes, and I didn't have enough to make a full blanket, so I kind of like put these together. I made a little swatch here, and then I did the 6 swatch here. So I just decided that with these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with the granny square method all the way around to make a blanket. And you know what? It's coming out really nice. Look how nice that is. I think it's coming out great. And again, it is just you know, whatever I don't use for this, and I have yarn left over from the Mandela, it's just coming on here. And I really like how it's coming out. I think it's going to be a really pretty blanket. That's one side. Here's the other. And that's going to go to my collection for my blanket. So I think that's looking really good. So this year I am going to do another Granny Square Drive. And I think we're going to start it in June for the whole summer and work it all the way up to fall or however long people want it. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't accept Granny Squares now if you had them and you didn't know what to do with them. I will definitely take them. Absolutely, I will take Granny Squares anytime. And I think the summer will be a good time for the drive because people, you know, in the summer you don't want to work on really big projects because you're kind of sweaty, you know. So I also had a whole bunch of chunky yarn. And this is another blanket that I started, and I kind of folded it over. It's going to be a big one. It's chunky. This is really big chunky yarn. And I don't normally buy chunky. But I did get a donation of them. And I thought, you know what, let me put them together. And it's just a random. I'm not really have any kind of pattern going on. This is a double crochet. And like every so often, I will put in a row of windows. And it's just double crochet, chain one, skip one, double crochet. And on the chunky, I only skip one and chain one. Normally, I would have chain two, skip two. But the chunky is very thick, and it kind of makes a big gap as it is. I didn't want to make it too big. But I do like how it's coming out. And now I don't know. I am a little worried that I might run out of the super chunky, but then I thought to myself, if anything, I would just take 2 chunky yarns, strands, and put them together, and I think that would work out also really well. So that's another whip that I'm working on. Yeah, I've been kind of busy, you guys. And then my other project, you guys, of course, is my homeless mat. Now, I don't have any made at all this time. This is all I have made. I've donated all of the rest of them. I have I have asked the church to collect bags for me, and I think I talked about this last video. They have been, I mean, just left and right donating bags. I have a lot of bags, which it may seem like a lot of bags. I'm going to show you. I just spent, here's a big bag that I just cut up, and I cut them up in this size, this width. If you notice, this is the width that I put in when I cut it. And I've cut up a whole bunch of them because the whole prep takes longer. This is from one of the stores in our area donated 2,000 of these nice unopened box. It was so nice of them, so I was cutting them up. And this time around, I've decided to use the whole bag. So I'm also incorporating these strips that are on the bottom and on the bottom and on top. So I'm using the whole bag, all of the scrap. So this is the 2,000 that are in here. And then I have a whole bunch in my car. I have a whole bunch in my, closet. It's like, and you may think, oh, wow, that's so much. Let me take you over here. Excuse the mess. But it's always looking cluttered when you have a room that's used for like 5 purposes. And the other part is I made a whole bunch of balls. And the plarn. And the whole work involved is part of the prep, cutting it, rolling it into a ball. But once you start crocheting it into a mat, it goes really quick. So I worked on this for the last couple of days. I made my huge pile. I'm going to plan on working on this tonight as I'm binge watching tonight and this evening. So yeah, we'll see how much I can get done, because right now I have no mats made whatsoever. I do have, like I said, a whole bunch in my car yet, and then I'm going to church tonight for Bible study, so I'm going to pick up more mats, plastic bags, and then I have, I let the word out, and just about everybody I know saves their bags for me. So I have bags coming in. The problem is that you need like almost 500 grocery bags, regular size, to make one mat. So it may seem like, oh wow, you got so much plastic bags here. There's so much of it. But like that 2,000, that's just 4 mats. Basically more or less, because I kind of don't measure it, but I do, I do do different sizes. So you, even if it takes, 300 bags, still, it takes a lot of bags to make these mats. So yeah, that's what I got for you this week, you guys. I have been busy, but I only got 2 finished items. I just want to be working like on my whips. Like I really want to work on my Mandela nonstop, and I want to work on my shawl. And I feel like it's probably taking longer, because I'm only doing like 1 or 2 videos a week, but I'm enjoying it. I am really, really enjoying it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. Thank you so much for watching and showing up and showing me your support. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Look at the beautiful day out there. It's so sunny. I think this weekend it was, yesterday was like in the 50s, like 56. And today it's 40. So it's really bright and sunny, like it's spring. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.